key to happiness is total involvement and immersion.
No, but seriously, you sometimes will suffer from depression and stuff. When you're painting, does that get rid of all the symptoms?
Yeah, I don't really have a depression thing going on anymore. I just have,
Why are you giving him depression?
Insane, massive blows to my ego that I have to handle.
No, he had depression at one point in his life.
Yes, I did. I dealt with depression, and I was on antidepressants for a little while, and then I found kind of a holistic cure for it, and which involved like HTP and DHEA and stuff, the natural elements that kind of create serotonin and dopamine, and they don't you don't just use it up with the uptake inhibitors, and you never get anywhere, So
well, you're doing transcendental meditation too, right?
I do that. Yeah, and you've done that for a long time too, right?
Yeah, since I'm 18 years old. But didn't you put your money where your mouth was? Didn't you start taking gang members and teaching them transcendental meditation?
Yeah, it's the new thing I'm doing down at Homeboy Industries.
Wow.
Father Greg, who is this incredible heart, this really amazing guy.
When you say he won them over, you then said to them, "Hey, listen, if you want, I'll pay for you to learn transcendental meditation."
Yeah, so my foundation, Better You Foundation, is sponsoring that, and we're teaching the people who work down there and gang members to meditate, which is it sounds like a kind of an easy thing for most people, but it's difficult for most people to sit and be silent and stop their minds from going, let alone somebody who's suffered insane trauma,
Yeah.
So what we find with these guys is that the hardest thing for them is to sit in the room with other gang members and close their eyes and trust that they're not going to get offed.
Right.
It's crazy.
How many gang members have you gotten to actually sit and do transcendental meditation?
Well, we're doing 100 people down there, and we're on our way to that. And I went in yesterday, and I spoke to everybody, and we meditated together. And
really.
Yeah, but I had one eye open,
You're goddamn right you did.
And you see the effects immediately. People are talking about it. They're saying, I've never actually, had anything that could actually stop this circus in my head, and to just be able to do that twice a day it's a huge difference. David Lynch has been doing it with school kids and stuff in troubled areas and stuff, and the test scores go through the roof. And
do the guys quit the gangs, or do they just become better gang members?
No, my original thought was I like what they're doing in the schools, and here's a group of people who really have come in from the cold and are looking for something, looking to belong to something and looking to better themselves, and they're removing tattoos, and they're getting job placement, and they're getting training in all these different areas of life skills and stuff from Father Greg, and I just think it's a really great thing.
Were the happiest times coming up in those comedy clubs and sort of not having that much pressure on you because you weren't that famous at that point? Was that your happiest time in life?
No. I think I'm happy now. Actually, I'm ridiculously happy.
Do you ever go to your house?
I've been through some shit, but I'm super cool. I mean, I hate to say this because it sounds really goofy and maudlin, but I'm kind of in heaven at the moment. I really have found kind of a place that it's outside of the mental noise, and that's why the meditation is great. That's one of the keys also to happiness is just get enough stuff.
Right.
Get enough stuff. Make sure that you're financially squared away. What do I need? It's like once you get squared away to a certain point, you lose any need for that hopes and dreams.
Yeah, in other words,
you don't get those hopes and dreams out of the way. What do I need? A double-decker tennis court? I don't use the one I got.
Right. So in other words, the life that you have now is free of pressure. In other words, you'll do a movie.
Not free of pressure, but I have ways of kind of absorbing and kind of I don't know, processing pressure that's it's a lot quicker to peace, than it used to be.
Do you ever
kind of wrap it all up and understand it, and then I take the my out of the equation, like if you say woman, money, house, It's just stuff. And it's just abstract. If you go, my woman, my money, my house, it's suddenly important, and you get really riled up about it. Isn't it funny though? Like a few years ago, I got in a lot of flap from Fox News for calling them a media colostomy bag, and
yeah, I remember
it was true.
I remember they turned on you, man. They were just fucking hammering
they went after me, and my representatives were like, "You can't talk about Fox News. They're just too powerful." And I'm going,
you're going to lose everything. Well,
it's a crazy network of crazy, insane scumbags out there. It's unbelievable what's happening these days.
It is unbelievable what's happening.
I don't know when this is going to air, but as we're taping, it's like Jeff Sessions is going to testify today.
Yeah.
Just what happened to people's instincts about character, man? It's just crazy. People ignoring their instincts about character. You look at this guy, you turn the sound off. All you need to do is turn the sound off and replace his voice with I like eating spiders. And you've got him in a nutshell. Speaking hypothetically, of course. If for some reason we voted a steaming pile of dog shit to be the president of the United States, and in turn he appointed to the most important positions in government and as his spokespeople flies that love dog shit and glorified dog shit. It's not going to eventually magically turn into a chocolate bar.